Well, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Now is probably not the best time to start a business. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I would say we're here bright and early, but we're actually here dark and early. It's about 5:30. Been running around like a chicken with my head cut off all week. We're going on vacation in a few days and I got 1,000 things to do. Well, I woke up with an idea for a video. And you know, sometimes you have your best ideas early in the morning, so I figured I'd just come in a little bit early and get one knocked out for you this week, because I wasn't sure if I was going to have a video. I've been so busy, just haven't had time to pick up the camera. The reason I decided to make this video in particular, I talked to a lot of you guys through the comments and whatnot. You reach out to me, and there's a recurring theme I hear that I really like what you're doing. You're inspiring. You know, you teach me so much. I learn so much. I want to start a business like yours. You know, I'm getting so much information from you. And I do appreciate that. I appreciate all the feedback, and makes these videos worthwhile. So I know some of you probably saw that intro and are shocked. And well, no, I'm not going all doom and gloom on you. You know that's not my style. You know, I'm here to educate, to kind of encourage you. So why do I say that now's probably not the best time to start a business? Well, let me explain. So there's probably two types of people that clicked on this video. Number one, the person that is right on the fence about to start a business or really putting things together, thinking about it, and they probably saw this title and thought, oh my God, what's going on? I gotta watch this. I gotta see, you know, am I wrong? Am I making a huge mistake? And then, knowing the way the internet works and knowing how negativity sells, there's probably the person that talks about they want to start a business, and you know they clicked on this video because they want validation, because they know they're not actually going to do it, and they just wanted somebody to kind of validate their thoughts that, oh yeah, now's not a good time, I should just wait on that. For the first person, I'm going to give you that little push, I think, to kind of keep you moving. For the second person, maybe I'll give you a kick in the butt to just get off your butt and start moving. Because the bottom line, when it comes right down to it, you know, I watch all the financial media and follow all the, you know, financial news and all that stuff. And half the people are going to tell you, oh, this is bad times. We're headed towards the next Great Depression. The other half of the people will tell you, oh, the next boom is right around the corner. And it's been that way forever. And when it comes right down to it, the reason I titled this the way I did, beyond to bring in the negative Nancy's, you know, and get their attention, there is never a great time to start a business. For one reason or another, there's always going to be challenges. It's never going to be easy. There's no such thing as an easy button. The bottom line is, if you're thinking about it, just go out and do it. There's no replacement for just taking the first step. Like everything in life, it just starts with one step forward and build on it. So I can give you a little bit of background about myself in this business. If you don't know me, you probably don't know. I started this business in late 2008, really early 2009 is when I really started, you know, pursuing it. But I started building the business, putting it together in late 2008. Well, for those of you that don't remember, 2006, 2007, everything was booming, humming along. Real estate was, you know, hot. Everybody was into it. You know, the trades were booming, all that stuff. I graduated high school in 2007 and started working on the Christmas tree farm. And I was really into woodworking, and, you know, I was trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to get into business in some aspect. Well, I kind of worked my way into, you know, this business plan and started up on it. And then I remember just watching everything crumble and fall apart. Remember, you couldn't turn on the news in late 2008 without just the world was literally coming to an end. I remember there were moments where you didn't know what was going to happen. And I can tell you that's not a great feeling to start a business into, particularly a business where you're selling products primarily into the real estate sector. Wasn't great. Wasn't great by a long shot. But, really it was bittersweet because I was just starting. I had nothing to lose. It's not like I had a big established business with tons of overhead. I was starting from nothing, from scratch, and it kind of helped shape the business in a way. You can find advantages in any situation. One huge advantage I had, I was able to make some connections with some other sawmills that they probably wouldn't have wanted to bother with. But all of a sudden their markets were drying up. They needed to move wood. The prices, had fallen. So as I was able to kind of get my foot in the door and start building some inventory here for cheaper prices and make some connections that I still have to this day. So that was, a big win. So there's always two sides to every coin. Another big advantage, a lot of my competition was going out of business. A lot of the big guys that were over-levered, just disappeared. So it was just a little bit of an easier environment in a lot of ways to get started. So, everybody worries about, what if I, start and you name it, you name the risk. Well, hey, those risks are always going to be there. If it's something you want to do, you just got to grind it out. You got to be prepared to put in long, long hours. I still put in long hours here. I wouldn't necessarily absolutely have to, but part of being in business is it's something you're passionate about, so you just keep going. And that's really the name of the game, particularly when you're starting. You just have to get over that hurdle. You just have to get yourself moving. Then you kind of hit a snowball effect. You make that first sale, it's almost like a little bit of an adrenaline rush. You just snowball from there. And everybody's business is different. I'm talking extremely generically here because I don't know what, you guys are primarily woodworkers and interested in the sawmills, lumber in particular, but this applies to everybody. Any kind of small business, service, product, you name it. This is broadly, scalable. So it's kind of like that old saying about, planting a tree. The best time to plant a tree was yesterday or last year or 5 years ago. So really the best advice I can give you guys is, if you're interested in starting a business, whatever field you're going into, make a plan, really do your research. I did a ton of research. I absorbed every bit of information I could about the lumber business, sawmilling, woodworking, all that stuff. Before and as I was starting, you have a huge advantage over me because there's way more information, with YouTube than what existed when I started. So educate yourself, that's the number one thing. And then when you decide timing's right, just go for it. I'm not necessarily saying putting all your eggs in one basket, but just work, put your head down and just go forward. I'm not saying go blindly, pay attention to what's going on around you and try to make the best decisions with the information you have on hand. But don't listen too much to the talking heads on TV, and even you got to be careful with people around you. It's funny how people, sometimes they have your best interest and they think they're protecting you, and other times, sometimes people that are close to you don't actually want to see you, maybe do good or do better or take the shot that they never took. So it's a touchy thing, but if you're thinking about going into business, just do it. There is no such thing as a good time. But if you want it bad enough, we all know the statistics on small business. More are going to fail than succeed. But if you don't take a shot at it, guess what? You're guaranteed to fail. So Just a quick, short little video, maybe a little motivational Friday pep talk to you. I'm going on vacation, but unfortunately I'm going to be back by the time you guys see this, but I'm looking forward to it. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time.